Someone stop that man.
You know, someone actually has to stop Tack the Bear. License and registration, sir?
we do have the teams on the stage right now, prepping up and getting ready to go. As you guys can see on your screens, and as production is telling me in my ear right now, they will be dancing on Ascent, a map that I kind of expected we'd see more of, given the ban format and how everything would just kind of go down to one map. Are you surprised that we haven't seen Ascent more at this point?
Honestly, not, because Ascent, I'd say like this tournament's been kind of more of a for fun tournament. So like people want to play like more fun maps, as like Ascent is like very rigid and like not cookie cutter. It's not fun. Like you like do like a mid default and then like ping pong back cat or ping pong got market, you know. So like maps like Pearl and Abyss, like you're able to like have more diversity into the map. So
ping pong, yo, I'm stealing that. Ping pong? That sounds like a fun Kong. I'm in the middle of match and saying, yo, we got a ping pong up cat. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta bounce back shit up.
We'll take a look at the comps that are coming through, and I would expect, I would hope that is said, given the tournament, this is one of those times where we do see a little bit of diversity in compositions, but so far, pretty vanilla.
Absolutely not.
And we're not seeing Deadlock Cypher, I don't think. That requires too much coordination.
We'll see if we get any surprises on the side of G2. Praise be.
Let me eat my words.
Diversity indeed. They heard. They heard it. We got the Deadlock Cypher and then the Yoru. Have we seen a Yoru
every really good on Duelist. Like maybe like he could whip out that Yoru.
I could see, dude, he's gonna be across the map, like TPing, like getting a pick A into TPing B. It's gonna be insane.
We'll see how it pans out. We're gonna send it over to your casters for the back half of the day. We've got Lemon Kiwi and Riv on the mic. Take it away.
Thanks so much, Doug and gang. Yes, we have our two undefeated teams on the stage, our two big favorites dancing, apparently. I'm looking forward to that, but it'll be on Ascent.
It will be on Ascent. Welcome to the teams. Welcome to the casting stage, Lemon, as well, for your first one up here. It's going to be an awesome game. We've already had 3 amazing games today. Some zaniness going on, some craziness, some fumbly defuses, but none of that. Everything's going to be perfectly shiny and right from here on out, right? None of this crazy. No, we're going to get a lot more crazy, and I cannot wait for it here at America's Spotlight Series.
Yeah, because when I got to talk to Mimi, she's like, yeah, we made comps like 5 minutes before we got on here.
G2 Mimi.
Yes.
Okay, GT, all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I mean, if
Mimi's
Mimi's
now.
coaching Mimi,
So
like...
Mimi, and then you can mix that up with Amy, because, it's...
Mimi,
I mean,
and Mimi.
and GB's not even here today. Yeah,
Oh.
it's going to get crazy
Lemon
tomorrow.
Kiwi, yeah.
Exactly.
We got bars, but we got also a pistol round. And we got double Senti starting off on G2. We'll see how that goes.
Moving over towards A. Looks like they're just going to keep it 5 for now. Moves from Tiles, a quick pickup for first blood. And that'll cause G2 to try to rotate around the map and cover up this mistake.
Yeah, there's just no smokes covering mid, so Moose finds a lucky angle while the rest of C9SR hope to push down a main. And there will be a sonic sensor that greets them if there's an engagement. I could see Mimi posted up around heaven to do just that, but also C9SR want to activate that lurk, maybe coalesce with Moose in mid, and Trent will have to deal with that pressure.
Oh, you got to figure they're all trying to feed Mimi this info. Trent, right there from bench, is able to get one.
Yeah, and there's a paranoia also from G2 to support that, to kind of help support Trent, and he's still fighting back at 20 HP and suppressed. C9SR, though, they're going to still try to kick G2 where it hurts. Trent can't escape, but Amy's there for the trade. You got a 1v2. Vic with
30
Spike
seconds left.
going towards Tree. G2 are split.
Incredible standout player right now for C9, especially from Red Bull Homegrounds on. Already had quite an illustrious tier 2 where he was making waves for his own name. And now can he 2v1 is the question. They're playing it safe. They want to hear that spike go down before they really make a committed move here. And Mimi's going to let them know it's A.
There's just so much to check. You don't know if they're in hell, heaven, main. All he has done is clear, and yeah, he's going to stomp away, keep his eyes on heaven, thinking they're going to be pushing together. Now here's the door being broken. And Vic is going to force some decision to push through the smoke and even through the net. Vic has time to take it out. 1v2 from Vic happens. The clutch.
Plays the patience, the waiting game so well. Mimi had such a good thought there that there was no pressure towards A, so she's able to push out and take control of the space, allow the team to know that the hits Tree, if anything, they were right. But Vic still able to dance that one out 2v1. And like you said, Trent here, I don't know how many, he gets so many from that position, and they have to force themselves into that forward spot just to get him.
Nice, Vic. Let's
Let's go, bro.
Everyone's
Yeah,
getting along so well, which
fantastic.
to be expected, but Vic is such an exciting player to watch. I remember casting him on Moist Shopify, having a top challengers run, and then he debuted at the Red Bull home ground, continues to bring that power. Hopefully I didn't jinx him quite yet, but C9SR, with the buy that they've already overwhelmed G2 stack over at A, and the smoke is gonna calm things down.
Yeah, super fast retaliation attempt from G2 there, but C9SR ready. Now Mimi's just looking for some exit kills. They can find the back of somebody and drop a weapon here because it looks like it might be a flawless. And a quick way to run away with these first few rounds. Here's the cross.
Wait,
no way that should ever happen.
4 for Sarah. Also gets to the Hunter's Fury, so still some good damage. He's denied 2 weapons, but
Yeah, for the classic, that's a huge return. Especially getting 2 just on the side strafes there. So Mimi actually doing some really good work there to cause the rebuys for C9SR. Now we get to see what they can bring out from that side of G2 on the attack. Mimi, they're doing so good at anchoring A. I think G2 started to recognize this.
Nice, Sarah. Nice goals.
Yeah, the 4K.
Nice run.
Crushing stuff.
when I was talking to Moose and Lexi, they were talking about they're competing for how many spike diffuses they're going to be getting. So everyone keep track of that. Loser gets dinner. I declared it. They didn't put the bet on, but
it's good. I like that though, because it's not like how many frags you get. It's how many rounds are you alive to be able to defuse. So it's like don't die as well, but you may not be getting the kills there. It's about to defuse here. Quick cat action.
okay, Jonah's trying to delay. He's going to teleport into this corner. Jonah, wait, he's getting away with it too. Goes 1 for 1. Spike down. Great information. That's recovered. Right side of the map is where C9SR are heading to. Sonic sensors all over. Mimi is so dominant today. Multi-kills, back-to-back rounds.
On Haven, they were winning 2v5s. Now they're coming up to win these rounds, anchoring the A site. And yeah, Mimi, I don't know if they're going to want to go towards this deadlock anymore. They have no way to really source out the Sonic sensors until they're in sight, which is then a terrible position to be in. But yeah, I like the push that they started to do from the defensive side here. I think they've been losing too much ground before they get an advantage.
Nice, Mimi. I cannot move my arms currently. Give me.
I feel like she can move it just fine with how many kills she's getting. But let's also get a nice counter going.
Nice,
Nice. Oh, Hunter's Fury. Oh, we're dancing. Oh, Oxy's just gonna go above and beyond, literally. On top of Jenny is a huge threat. Tree smoked off. Oxy sets his sights forward. C9SR gotta wait for this door to close. The floodgates shut.
Yeah.
Now the drone to kind of establish G2 to see what is the setup, and really not getting much. They already got shot down so quick. The Odin spam is already working out. The G2 are all flooding right back in, and Oxy has the lineups 3 this round. But there's some action over in Tree, and it's about Trent and Jonah pinching together. A C9SR relying on the recon there from Sarah that gets shot down, and Oxy catches the Jonah P jump down. It's Trent, hoping to deny the ace, and he does! Oxy down, 2 more to go though for Trent. And time is running out, did some good damage, but the teamwork, too much to handle.
Possibility was there, but yeah, C9 grab another one. Oxy, incredibly aggressive round there. Flies up to the top of Jenny and just becomes a 360 turret as he spins back and forth, seeing who can enter the site. The solo take here. You can see the pings coming through. Trent's already got that Odin. And man, can Trent do some damage at B, but we haven't seen.
Job. I said good job, baby, and I actually meant Francis in that scenario.
Ooh.
Nice.
Taking it back. Oh, and she hit him with the bruh. After.
Yeah.
Get bro zoned.
Just kidding. It was for somebody else. They'll love you. All right, round 5 here, Lemon. It looks like G2 starting to get a little more confidence with their positioning with this equal round here.
G2 have wanted these aggressive swings and now get so much help, but it's the Hunter's Fury after G2 got information off that swing. But C9SR just pushed all the way through Market, through Pizza, and are trending this backline.
How's he getting out of these?
Oh, the Bucky. He's making it look like he left. A big old grin on Oxy's face. And this, I mean, Leaf is just stuck between a rock and a hard place, or really a rock and also a Bucky.
One enemy.
G2 have their backs quite literally against the wall. They can't even leave spawn.
Oh.
Wall this too. Yikes.
It feels like they're everywhere. Like Vic's still in mid, kind of hanging out behind that smoke for anybody that pushes up from the flank of long, or top A. They are reading the map. They have the positioning here, and they're going to be having a lot more fun as they're able to seem the 2 steps ahead of the situation. Flawless again. Let's see this push, right? You get a kill there. You're like, why is he so top mid? Now why is he in mid? Like, just Vic trolling around, making sure nobody can cross the map.
Yeah, you can't even question the chemistry on these two teams. Obviously, teammates and whatnot, but then you got the power couple versus also Mimi and Trent, who played in the EMEA spotlight. And finally, G2 get a first blood in their favor out of these A main swings. And now with the smoke in place, C9SR feel comfortable getting this orb. Gonna cut all noise, and waiting mid, though, is Leaf, who sits there. He's hoping to teleport out and just hoping to get ears. And okay, he heard the action and got out of it.
Mimi trying to put some preemptive defense down here and just slow this C9SR power down. Still, Vic is only down for now. They could be able to grab this round and get a second one for themselves here. Oxy pushing mid again.
Man, you have to use the drone to re-clear this, but it's just a distraction for the op. Mimi calls out the push towards Tree. She's gonna hope to delay this dimensional drift from G2. C9SR just haven't had a good leg up. Everywhere they go, they're being discovered, and they just have to fight this fire with fire. And it's Moose with a big double kill, breaking down glass, hoping to take away this op, and Leaf kills him with the classic of all things.
All right, sights panning out here, 2v2 as they get into it. Split side for G2 here, and it doesn't look like they're gonna gather.
At least they can have a party in hell.
There they go. All right, doors broke. Same entry here for G2 and C9SR's huddled underneath.
Oh boy, the high-low. Trent hoping to break that apart. And does it with the shock dart. Now clears out, knows there's only one place Sarah can be, playing her life. Time running out, and Sarah takes the round for the team.
3K, the hat trick for Sarah, absolutely clutch. And you wonder just when it would happen, not if it would happen. Giving out the fist bumps and everything on these plays, the hype from Sarah has been real, and now the plays are coming through as well. And what else do we expect? They've had such good holds here on the site.
One enemy remaining.
Let's see this again.
Sarah!
I mean, how can you not be pumped for the next round when these are the comms after you win? 5-1 as we get into round number 7 here. A few ults on the board for each squad, but it looks like G2 still trying to claw all the way back here and get some rounds on defense.
Yeah, G2 can just set up Amy for success, but she's over at A, and it's C9SR carving through the middle of the map, and Oxy has tried this route a couple of times and hasn't been stopped. No, C9SR could be trapped. There's action in mid, and they're addressing it one by one.
Man.
Oxy, big double kill.
So many reads here from C9SR. G2 try to switch it up, and you see Cypher A and Mimi now B, but it's just not panning out at the moment. Oxy with a third.
Can Trent and Mimi deny any of these weapons? They won't be able to really use this annihilation if they're all just gonna kill it anyway. And lurking around, it's Alexis on the flank, but it's really the threat at the front that matters. C9SR flawless.
Another one, too. They're just racking these up. 6-1, that means the money's good. And like I said, they can just keep vibing. G2, I feel like they're reading it well. They're in the right spots. But the moment they think they have a second to look at the mini map or take a breath, that's when C9SR is peeking them. That's when Oxy turns around in mid and catches the cat flank. It's just those in-between moments, and C9SR is finding those windows to get the advantage. All right, round 8. See how they go. Looks like they want to go hard onto A here. Could be right up the gut, and then moves his ultimate.
They're not going to have anyone in mid, so C9SR probably don't want to waste any time, but then there's 2 Sentinel utils there. Just going to buy the site for free, place a lockdown, so they have time to address these trips and these Sonics. G2 have some space to work with to actually fight against this. The paranoia is still going to blind them, and C9SR have smokes in place, so G2 don't see anything. C9SR get flashed by the decoy though. That's been troublesome. Vic holding it down. There's some trades for G2. C9SR barely hold the real estate that they have. G2 fought against the lockdown so well.
Really well. G2 actually bought so much of an advantage there. The shock darts coming in from the side of C9SR were huge. It destroyed the first one. The second one missed. So the Cypher util and the Sovi util coming through all those smokes allowed G2 to retaliate without being seen, without having getting shot back, and it worked out so well. It's like that's one of the rounds we feel like G2 was ahead of it, predicted the lockdown, and they were set for it. That's what we want to see. Let's see if we can get this back to a 6-6. Still a bulldog there for Amy, so you can see the money isn't right, but it's still good. A lot better than it was.
Get out of my way.
Okay, old pop from Oxy.
Yep.
Judge split from C9SR. G2 already got rid of the turret. I already heard multiple footsteps just off of Trent alone. Now the drone could confirm more, at least Moose, who is going to shoot it down right away before Sarah's revealed. C9SR having to re-clear through mid and have to choose whether they deal with this barrier while watching also the market side. C9SR making a lot of noise to break the Senti util to cause panic in the G2 and pulling them towards the right side of the map. And C9SR have faked it. Towards the left they go.
So smart.
It's all up to Trent to hold this back, and he's still got a recon. He already heard some footsteps. He's trying to play as safe as he can, but now within the sight.
They rotate out. Oh, again, another fake. So they're actually going to go back to all the util, and Mimi's called it. The Cypher and the Deadlock should stay at A. C9SR feel like they've disrupted the defense enough.
Man, what's the Oxy? Finds his way on the flank. And two. And even with C9SR sacrificing the one to the Deadlock util, the real issue has been Oxy. Now 3. What? And it's just Trent left who's gonna save this one. C9SR really played a chess match.
No,
in that last
seriously. It's really around the world they stayed on their side of the map to do it, though. Absolutely crazy. And then at the last moment, Oxy froze himself into heaven as they execute the strat. And that's basically off of, hey, we've separated G2 off their defensive positions enough. This is the chaos that we can execute on. And that's exactly what it was. Chaos. As Oxy dives in to find Trent. And they don't really have much to worry about in the way of economy, so they are hunting.
Speaking of hunting, gonna have a Hunter's Fury very soon for Trent, all thanks to that kill. And depending on if Vic wants to tussle and hustle, well, Trent will be rewarded with a pretty powerful retake. Option, and I cursed it, that's my bad.
Dang, he still gets his Hunter's Fury, though.
Yeah.
So he's in. Yeah, Trent at B, it's something to witness just about every time, and we haven't really seen him be able to pop off there just yet. G2 regrouping, trying to get a few rounds here as it's 6-2 after, or 7-2 after this mistake.
One enemy remaining.
Gosh, Oxy is just going ham on these rounds. It's kind of what Cloud9 said.
I just walked up heaven, no one look at me.
Yep.
He is getting away with way too much
knows
murder.
it. He knows it.
Exterminator.
That's what Oxy is, man. He's a demon. We're gonna have a timeout called by G2 because you really need to have a stronger half with this double Senti. Not that, you know, Mimi can't contribute to that post play on their attack, but I'm gonna try and crack down on these issues of how you can stop the literal flood of C9SR whenever they want to hit a site, and when they slow it down, how do you play these mind games?
Yeah. As I was going to say right before we heard Oxy just knowing that he's toying with his opponents right now, is that when he joined the team, it was kind of the idea, like, as he's playing, Oxy's like, hey, guys, you're 4v5. I'm doing stuff on the map. And they're okay with that. If he goes down, it's kind of the same thing, because they were already 4v5, because Oxy's going crazy. So now, as he's getting a little more util behind him, or even if he doesn't need it because he's going ham, Oxy is going out there and just playing Gladiator by himself to see how many people he can take out at this point. And it's kind of working.
Yeah,
it's kind of working.
A lot of good ults on G2's side, but not the firepower they were expecting. As C9SR bringing that same 2-3 split, trying to really bait Trent to use all this util. Giving C9SR an option to pivot, depending on how G2 trade at this A main. They've always been aggressive, but I think now with the pistols that they have, expect much less of that. And G2, look how they stacked the middle of the map too, not letting Oxy just have the red carpet to their spawn.
Slow push. Like you said, it probably slowed down after this timeout. Oh, the timing! Oxy catches Mimi. That means they don't have to worry about some of this future. What the prediction?
Oh, 2 blinds, and Sarah
One enemy remaining.
does a decent job. And Moose finishes off those last kills. It's just Amy. And 1 versus 4. Moose is low. She's heading that direction. Got a plant too, just to add to the money. On the turret.
Yeah.
It's gonna let Moose know when it happens. 8-2, C9SR. I mean, they were predicted as one of the. I think a lot of us said that they were gonna win the whole thing, and they've looked strong. I mean, they're undefeated.
Our G2 was posed with this same, almost the same scoreline earlier, and they were able to come back. So, not counting them out just yet. We'll have to see when that fraud turns into reality for them. But like we talked about the timing in mid, when Oxy turned around a few rounds ago to take down 2, that timing there with Mimi, because how slow has been C9 in the beginning.
I was so blind. And then the Omen. Here, babe.
Oh, that's so cute.
Are your hands cold? Was that a hand warmer? Is that what it was? Just
I would just give
support
give
all
your
around.
hand. Don't give the hand warmer. Give your hand.
That's
Hold
true.
hands, actually. But don't forget to defuse the spike.
Yeah, that is another one. Pushing towards mid again, Oxy. A home away from home for him this game so far on Ascent. And yeah, you can see Mimi is trying to cover the entire map too, because they're not getting any of these defensive rounds that work for them.
Yeah, she has a net if she needs to fight this, but pushing past that back wall is troublesome. You gotta look both ways before you cross the road, or you're just gonna get hit by the Mimi truck. So C9SR not gonna push that envelope as Oxy helps cross into B, but the spike is still in mid. You don't want to drop this there. Let's see what Jonah can do. No paranoia. Just gonna keep those smokes in place.
All right.
Dimensional drift from Leaf.
Little info. Where are they at? This is big stuff for Mimi to recall to the team. They can micro a little bit here to get back into position. They've already used drone on the side. Oh, never mind.
And you just get the cut into the site. C9SR, slowly but surely, have crept up, have gotten the map control they needed. Even when they're discovered, they know the jig is up, and there's the execute and the hit. And even with that, Trent holds his own at the back room. Paranoia could have caught him, and it doesn't make contact. Just Moose and Vic, 2v3, and Trent is relentless. He's going for the ace, and he spins Vic to get it done.
Like we said, Trent at B. There's multiple times I've said this name needs to be put on a box, or there needs to be a Trent spot and Brent. It's B-Trent. Like this, anytime he's in B, I think one of the highlight plays when people are like, who is this kid, was a play on Ascent B, where he completely clutched around. And there is something about this site that just becomes magical for this kid.
And there's a lot of overlap between Trent and Mimi, and you kind of saw how they were able to work out those agents in the EMEA spotlight, because you're wondering how some people are stepping on each other's toes and who's going to get their preferences, and Trent and Mimi are so flexible that this hasn't been a problem, and the Hop and Oxy rings true over at A. Same 2-3 split from C9SR.
Different Sonic placement as we've been trying to track Mimi, track the double sentinel defense here, where Ascent, we love to pick up those defensive rounds. It's one of the maps that favors it, but towards the end of the season, honestly, a lot of seasons around the world for regions, attack started to be that positive side, and here we see C9SR drilling that fact home. 8-3, and again, a little touch towards A and B. This time they don't have Alexis towards B, or A, so I think they finished B here.
Especially when you're able to just hose down Amy through the wall using that Odin. And I like that Trent is playing his life, playing for that Hunter's Fury, waits for the call, and he's going to try and destroy the lockdown with it. Gets really good damage in, and fire with fire. Hunter's Fury from the offense. The lockdown still stands, and it's Vic teleporting right into the site. Pressure from multiple angles. Spike on its way to be planted. And G2 may not have much of a say about it. It'll be Oxy, bodyguard at the door. Did just see the net being thrown. And it's G2 making their way in. And the spam is so good. Now through the lanes, C9SR holding it down. Moose now addressing the left side, hearing where that Odin was coming from. That's gonna be the problem. Now hearing those shots came from the side. That's what revealed it off, shooting the recon. C9SR losing control of this, and it's Lexi. What a great shot on the Trent. Jonah P, 11 HP to 0, a 9-3 half for C9SR.
You see what it takes, though, to get by Trent there at B. C9 still are able to grab it, doing a great job of avoiding the majority of the Sentinel utility here in the first half. With having Mimi on that deadlock and having the Cypher as well from Amy, it did not seem to stop this squad too much, as Oxy was just, he had freaking flyer miles this game.
It was a very close round, though. G2's retake, or G2's retake
That
looked good.
spot is so cursed now. Used to be so good, now just instant death.
Wonder what cursed spot he's talking about, but we got our halftime, and we'll talk about what's cursed after this. At a 9-3 half for C9SR.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's what C9 was doing just now, C9SR.
Yeah, running them over.
Rolling over.
We saw Car with the bear on the desk too.
Yeah. It's been a zany day. But let's see if G2 can recoup. They did it earlier from an even tougher score line. I got 10-1, but 10-2 at the half. It's only 9-3 here, and maybe the curse will be in their favor. Reverse curse it. Some pretty simple buys coming on. Not seeing too much yet if we have the icon for that regen until we get on the player, but we'll keep track if anybody's getting that regen armor. Slow these rounds down and really give themselves an extra opportunity. Lot tiles here as they're kind of split across that middle of the map.
Oxy, couldn't connect on that first shot. Great white swing out of Leaf. And G2 have bought themselves a mid-control now without Oxy. It's a lot of firepower gone for C9SR. Droning through market. Gotta watch that backside. Smokes. Jonah P's got him. But he's over at A, and he's gonna help G2 get the ball rolling.
Super quiet. I think they want to get as close as possible. They don't have a jet to dash in. They need to get the full team on the front line before they're executing into the site. There's no raise, there's no jet. Can't neon dash. And looks like here the teamwork goes in. Util first.
Oh, the paranoia from C9SR. I don't know if it hit G2 and they take control of Tree, or at least attempted to, but the crossfire, the spam through the cage, and Vic versus opposition, and it's just G2, and an important round for them to win, to try and build a comeback.
Super important. That's crazy. That looked huge as the first kills were coming kind of from C9SR at that tree area, but the collapse from G2, the aggression they brought to the table was well timed. Like we said, it has to be together. Leaf may get some kind of cheeky play with a gate crash, but a lot of times you're going to need him in the play.
You right-click that guy and headshot him? Stop playing. Yeah.
But like, also keep playing.
Also keep playing. Keep them right clicks coming. Short shotgun in the classic. It is. All right, so Stinger's around. We got a Guardian for Amy, so they are kind of putting the firepower in their hands here to ensure the round without too much trouble. But C9SR say easy classic stack towards B. We're just hoping to get some big frags here and maybe even trade out some weapons.
Yeah, C9SR thought they got lucky with
It was
just hearing
close.
that sheriff and hearing
Real
the
close.
orb. You're like, hey, ready? to stand and deliver, but G2 have left the scene. And Alexi can give ears on the right side of the map as G2 want to take advantage of the middle.
I wonder if Lexus stays quiet here. He hears them coming through, and she'll back right up into A main and chill. Yep. Just trying to give everybody a little bit of an upper hand here if they do take A. And a big cross-map fake for the second round. G2 is like, okay, we need this so much. We're full stratting, and we're going to figure out where everybody is before we get into sight. Here we go.
Oh, so you just, with that recon, you don't know if they're in the site, you don't know if they're at the back, but you can try to safely push through boats because Market just got cleared by your Yoru. Now you got Shock, full stats expired, Trent with an exchange with help from Amy, and it's a G2 flood. And man, everyone evicted, just Lexi left, rotating over from A. Decent shots, but G2 on their way back into this game.
Leaving nothing to chance. I love that. Mimi's going to feel confident about these rounds as they're coming up with economy, not losing too much as they go through, but I'm sure C9 has something up their sleeve. Oxy probably wants to play attack from the defensive side already, so he's going to be flying out somewhere with support from the team. And we'll see if G2 can recoup on that. Here's the play in. Jonah P just getting so much good ground to start.
And G2 have just two really good callers, right? With Jonah P
That's
and
true,
Mimi.
right? Yeah.
And Mimi really kind of gave Valen that opportunity at the EMEA spotlight, so now more experience for her to work with a different crew.
Heck yeah. What do they do here? Putting that alarm bot towards mid so they can play a little bit safer defense on C9SR towards the sites. I think that's going to favor them because G2, like we said, they're going to be there together as a team. Hit with that death ball every time. 2 and 2 on this one is Flink's being watched by Amy.
Yeah, and Vic plays both his smokes at A main, so he's not going to have coverage for Alexis. She tries to flash and has now time to deal with that net as the most slowest decoy makes its way through.
Huge rotation over here from C9SR, but they call an audible. They say, wait, nobody's in. So you can kind of see how the comms are going back and forth, like a lot of stuff. Let's actually listen to them.
Starting out aiming. Pop.
Dice.
I'll heaven.
Dice.
Dice.
Dead.
One more heaven.
I'm holding heaven.
Sova door.
I have sense of the door. I'm gonna put us on the door.
I don't have a smoke for 15.
I have to plant under.
Yeah, you're good. I'm holding heaven. Good flank.
Amy, can you go garden?
You know me. He's
Dead.
fine.
6 feet away, aiming. Okay.
Oh, heaven, I think.
I have a
Can you
smoke
jump
at
out?
5. I didn't see anything. I have jet.
Heaven jet.
I have smoke at 2. Doors one.
Do we know Killjoy? Killjoy mid.
Bottom mid. We should fight this heaven guy.
Okay, I'm gonna smoke our door.
Yeah.
Smoke in door.
Off me.
Or just walk out. Okay. You have my top, I have the left side.
Okay. I'm actually holding door. You should fight heaven with him, Nate.
Could walk out above me. I don't see anything, could be above you. Yeah, keep spotting that, hold up above me. Don't see him. Yeah. Where are the guns? One more heaven.
There's Odin door.
Okay. And one more heaven.
Starting door.
Yep. Let's get out.
Grabbing this Odin.
Yeah. Good job.
Nice.
Trying not to die. Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Let's go.
They're relying on turret and they're rotating. We can pop B also next time.
Yeah, that was good. They had no Omen Flash, no Kayle, Molly. They had nothing. So we baited all this shit out.
Ooh, taking notes for sure. I love listening to those. One of my favorite things is it's super common for them, but how quick they identify, like, have you seen Cypher? Have you seen this person? And how quickly they adjust and change in the site in that instance, knowing what the positioning has to be. And also, them calling out how the sites are being taken, what's free, what feels good, they are plotting.
Yeah, it's not only good to know what your strengths are, but being able to identify the weaknesses of the team you're up against is huge. It's probably going to be left behind. Getting some vision to see if there's an overpeak from C9SR. G2 realizing that they over-rotate.
Slow movement. And see if they can get him to do that again. Oh my, this push.
The rifles too, Oxy. Playing with Moose. They gotta be the one to lead that charge. Amy is close by, and Oxy could spot it. And just the one tap. Gross out of Oxy. Now you know there's an extension out of B. As G2 were just starting to try and get through a tree, and then there is the pinch from Alexis. And this is trouble for G2. How do they get out of this hole? They have the numbers. And now just we're able to fight through all of that. They wrap back through B, where it's safest, where it's weakest. And they just have one rifle to worry about unless Vic can find an upgrade.
Yeah, if they don't, I think Vic hits this Vandal and they switch to the Sheriff for Alexis. But they may be, the backpedal. The backpedal and save. They feel like they have a bit of an advantage here. Vic's able to grab that Phantom in mid. And they're just going to set themselves up for a little bit of safety here. Great stuff by G2. Again, they have a second half. They turn up the heat and really start to dismantle their opponent.
Yeah, G2 have been really relentless in this half. From a 9-3 in favor of C9SR to that lead shrinking. Their executes are so clean for a team that didn't take much time to plan their comps.
It's like Amy was saying on the desk, we were just talking with Doug, that she's like, yeah, we kind of just got there and we're like, oh, it's this map. You want to play this? You want to play this? All right, let's make it work. And they do. They definitely do. It just takes a few rounds to formulate that. And another one in favor now, past the bonus. That's got to feel pretty good as they knock C9's money down a little bit again. There should be a partial buy or low armor buy coming through for them, but they should be all right on guns.
And this has been such a fun opportunity for players to compete from different teams in a less intense environment and a fun exercise for IGLs to incorporate different players, build a game plan, especially on the fly. And it's a great time to rewrite the end of the year, go out with a bang. A man of very little words. But
I'll say, it's all right. Only after the rounds of the 5Ks.
Pause called by C9SR.
Yeah.
Their first one of the game. Let's try and stem the bleeding a little bit because they haven't won a round in this half.
Thinking it, what's going on? Oxy, I don't think is going to be going for an op. They do have the weaponry out to keep the game fast, and it might be what we talked about a little bit earlier is that they put themselves back in a more offensive position on defense. Oxy being able to disrupt Mimi and Jonah P's timing was huge, and being able to get those rounds consecutively in the first half here. I think you give those masterminds too much time to think, and you just get picked apart once they figure out where you are, and they're kind of absorbing your utility on fake hits. See if they do that again. A lot of focus towards A. Amy's been holding this side towards tiles. And we're going to get started off. Hunter's Fury for Trent, so they might just try to blast this right through and get into sight.
C9SR hoping to catch them early and catch them quick. Light armor buys.
Cover going
Let's hear what the plan is.
I can blind. Blind. He's stuck in the corner. I'm walking out.
He's tank.
She's up.
Oh, they're all 1 HP. They're all 1 HP.
Four.
All but Cypher, and they're all 1.
First half.
111, 113, 80. I'm gonna jump in like 5 seconds.
They're dead.
No smokes, guys.
They're
no
both
smokes.
1 Oxy.
You can come tree with me. Let's double up, Francis.
Okay, double up.
1B man.
It's the Cypher.
Wait, walk come in?
Yeah, we can come in.
Nothing middle.
Might be towels.
Wait.
You ready? 3,
Back
2.
to kill if they're hit.
Yeah.
It's a cam. Oh, I saw us.
Okay,
Go
watch
back.
the
Just double up cat. Just double up cat right here. Up down.
Catwalk.
Are you jiggling?
Should watch out for catwalk.
I'm just holding Dart. I can Dart B main here. I'm gonna get info.
Started from cat.
1 B main.
1 B main. Only one.
2 B main.
Two. I'll smoke. 1 second.
Spike down B.
I'm only cat.
Smoking Caleb.
1 HP. 1 HP.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, we're playing together. Caleb.
I'm just holding cat now.
Recalling my box.
Third and 2.
30
Could be
seconds
everything.
left.
Yeah, just hold my
Dart from top mid, I think.
He
Just play more safe. Yeah. Can we just give it up and then just hold her back? Hold her back.
Caleb has B.
I'm jiggling this. Jiggle her back.
I'm on the bench.
Aim body.
He's 1 HP, so.
Yep.
Okay.
If he goes plants on A, I'm just gonna run out heaven.
10 seconds left.
Nice.
Caleb. Good
I
round.
did so much fucking
Yes, I saw it. You killed the guy jump spot, or you dinked him too.
Sorry, I'm
can't
trying to
believe
get the Odin.
I love that everyone's having fun. C9SR changed up the tempo from that early swing, striking so fast to dwindling and forcing panic.
Yeah.
And so much delay too. I mean, there was only 15 seconds left to plant, so Trent was pretty screwed.
And that damage was done. You could see how much pressure it put on him. Everybody's saying, don't worry about it. He's one shot. Like, the comms are flowing right now for both sides. And it took a bit more for C9 to get that one back after 5 straight rounds, including that last one of the last half here for G2. So let's see what they have. We get to round number 18. This game getting much closer again as G2 starts to bring some power in.
Yeah, with Sarah playing safer at B, it was so good to spray down G2, but with this dimensional drift, Leaf is completely clear through Heaven. You got fire coming through Tree, and there's only one place the retake could be coming from. And G2 are at the ready. A Paranoia at the cross. C9, SR, Sarah, Hunter's Fury, right through Leaf's heart. G2 will still get a plan, so time will be on their side. Droning through Heaven. Doesn't really get much.
This op makes it so weird. Oxy can't fly into the site.
You got a Hunter's Fury and Annihilation. It's Chaos. G2 up to invest so much into this round to push back C9SR. Now they've regained control of that Heaven side. Mimi keeps the door shut. She's always handling these 1v2 situations so well. And dwindles C9SR down to just Moose. He's gonna decide to save and give this up.
They're doing it again. You almost can't count them out now, knowing that G2 has this solid mentality. It doesn't matter what the score line is. They're just going to try to come back as they can once they read you like a book. And round for round here, being able to take it back too after C9 knocked them down on round 17 and said, nope, we know what we did wrong. 18's ours again. That's a power move to be trying to reset some money here against the team that's ahead.
Good amount of ults from G2. To be able to use that, or to win that round.
Play like a kid. The young.
20 kills, Roxy and Trent. They're on fire right now. Only 2 rounds separate these two teams. Knives out from Oxy. Mid-map. Ready to play maybe off of a flash from Lexi. But it's already finding Mimi early, peeking through mid. Trying to be quiet, and now silence for good.
You can't blame him for that. How often has C9 really put themselves into that peak position, right? Even with the op last round, they didn't see Oxy right away. And there, Mimi, they feel safe in mid, but Oxy takes that advantage right away. So what did G2 do now? Seeing them down a person here into the round, how do they encroach the site?
Now these smokes from Vic are making it so annoying for G2 to push. They're always more forward too, so it takes extra resources. And G2 can play their util as deep in. The deep shot right into the site. Vic is gone. G2. It's time to hit. It's time to execute. Won't fall for the decoy as Lexi helps set up Oxy with the flash. Dodging. No, not the Paranoia, but Oxy now has to take a step back. Loses vision on that site. G2. Neural theft. Ping around the corner. Trent waits for the second one to know when to go through. Plant executed. Yup, doesn't happen. It's dropped. G2 looking towards Tree. Lexi with a knife. That's all she has left. And now they have to face down this op that's still alive and well for G2. And leaving with 3 members alive. G2, the comeback kings and queens.
The jockeying for position towards mid, towards these sites, and the 4v5 conversion for G2. Oxy dropped Mimi right away. That really flows to Jonah P as they start working around the map and trying to micro, and it doesn't matter. So much in that category of brains in the strategy and firepower to be bringing to the table here. Quick shot from Leaf. The operator has been a boon more for G2 than it has for the side of C9 for sure. What a take in teamwork.
Oh, they're pissed. I'm bringing up the attack site, Yoru up.
That's what I'm saying, like attack off because we see these guys flying into the site, but no, that little bit of patience and just Leaf on the aim is no problem. Another timeout. Okay. This must be, the first one was maybe FD's, and now this is Emmy's.
Now you gotta combine these shiny heads, and you gotta come up with the ideas. C9SR haven't had a very successful half. They had one timeout, won the following round, just off of sending 3A main, off of Oxy making contact, and they got lucky having such an engagement where they did so much damage. And it forced G2 would have to re-clear through mid, and then they only had 15 seconds left, but that's the only round. And how many more strats can you pull out of your back pocket in such a short timeout?
You make a new one. That's where we're at. Look at that buy from C9SR as we're getting into almost a tie game. Those rounds where Oxy and team went for the operator were not because they were ahead, but because they wanted to stop what G2 was doing. So that money spent makes it harder to get everyone to buy here throughout these rounds. So probably going to see mostly that Vandal game, those automatic game, that Judge game, unless they can pick up leads off here. They got to keep it quick, and they got to be able to retake.
Yeah,
See what happens.
You don't want to underestimate the power of shares. You want to win those easy rounds. You don't want to overthink it, overheat. Still a Vandal and a Judge for C9SR. Oxy up front and personal and catches the slow walk out of bleeds, and he handles too, so G2. Mid to 9 now, 2 rifles.
Over there. Barrier deployed.
Sarah wants to cut him off and was caught throwing something. Now it leaves Moose in a perilous position. At least he's got smokes from Vic to make it so he could focus down one doorway. G2 don't have, well, they have a smoke from Jonah P if they want to use backside, and then there's Market open.
They're just walking out slowly. Jonah P is like, hey guys, I'm really close at A. I'm like, okay, we'll come back. But they don't know that Vic is here with a Judge. That's the worst part about it. This could actually just be walking into absolute trouble.
When both have paranoia too. Oof.
30
Perfect
seconds
timing.
left.
Wants to wait for reinforcements. Lexi on the way. Both flashes and a knife if they need to figure out where G2 are. Stay out the tree. They get shot in the back. And G2 paranoid right through heaven. Look at this wraparound from Jonah P too. C9SR had no idea. They get G2 took the plant off in time. And it's just Moose. We'll get the lockdown next round, but
oh, that with the window of vision for Alexis going into heaven, right? She kind of walks towards heaven, sees out the glass window a bit, doesn't see anybody because they haven't fully entered tree. Then she's trying to pass by that Jenny vision so she can see back through the door, and that's exactly when Vic gets it. Just the timing G2 had there. Again, perfect as they rotate around the map off G2, Jonah P and Emi.
My ultimate is ready.
A little Moose lurk. Moose on the loose here for a few final kills. Lockdown's ready. That'll be good for the follow-up rounds. But another round for G2. And they'll have the money to stay on site if they want, but it looks like a safe exit will be had. Stage left. Easy peasy. Oh, no. Catches their heels. Whoopsies.
and that was another round where C9SR had a bunch of sheriffs too, 1 hero vandal, but
yeah. Did a good bit of damage though.
Yeah, just Oxy, if you can get this guy online, if you can activate this jet early round, that's how C9SR have had started things on a good foot.
Yeah.
Is if Oxy can get a first blood, then it feels like everything goes their way. Well, mostly, not this round.
See y'all later.
10-10.
Remember,
this was a 9-3 half in favor of C9SR. G2 could do it again. Now there's an up and wine. And now that you are sensing those shots coming up high, Oxy does not want to deal with the whole team. It's going to have a chance to dash and get rid of the net.
I know exactly where you are.
Oh, good neural. Yeah, they have to fight there. It's pushed out.
Oh, Annihilation's gonna force everyone out of position. And this up went crazy. And Vic too, they held down that site, just 2 of them.
What a perfect neural uplink that basically just activates everything in the round. They know they have to move because they're gonna get seen by the ping, and it just complete chaos that Cloud9 was ready for. And we do see the op pick back up here. G2 Trent picks up the first one. But yeah, Annihilation, ult's going off. Jeez. Talk about
Nice,
being ready.
Francis. Oh my god. Bro, how did she not ult you, bro?
That's moving right there.
Oxy's feeling it. He'll take anything he can get right now. It's all him. Looking shiny out there, kid. Operator, like we said, for him. The Odin's out. Powerful weapons on both sides here. 11-10 is G2 again. Feel out of B play.
With that Odin spray from Trent, it forces C9SR to either have to play on the side or at the back. Drone coming from the site. Got shocks from G2 close. Taking their time. G2 have had good X-Decks. Have made up a lot of ground in the second half. C9SR are close to the finish line. And please, I'm getting some spray through the smoke, through the walls. Oh man, Amy's at 2 HP.
No.
Yep, null command.
3v3, 3v4? No, 3v4, yeah. 2v4.
Oxy with the op. It's gonna be tough to try and push this. Now he's getting shot through the smoke, or through the wall, I should say. Weak dimensional drift.
Retreat.
Spots the escape. Go get him.
Uh-oh. They are hard chasing on this one. You already have Jonah P on the other side. He's gonna go ahead spawn. Somebody's gotta go through tiles to catch mid, but this is gonna be a brawl at A. The second fight of the round here. No one gets to live at this point. Teams need every advantage at 11-10. Oh. That's one. Oxy is 2 HP.
Should be able to live.
Should be, yeah, there should be enough time here unless Leaf just does a full forward run. No, he's gonna go slow. All right, so they keep 2 weapons up. Oxy's gonna have that operator, but I still feel like that might be a detriment if they want to get into these sites. It's slowing them down a little bit, and Oxy is just on octane right now, pulled up to 12. I feel like the op isn't doing him justice. We'll see here, 22 though to 27 in kills. And Oxy was a second kill per round percentage for Americas 2024 at 22%. Who else is the kid would be first, but you're just going to come into one of your first years and absolutely show up the talent. Amazing stuff from the kid.
Yeah, Oxy's by far one of the scariest duelists at this event.
And he's only going to get better as the years go on, right?
Yeah.
Actually was playing a little bit for G2 when he came over for a bit. Played with Jonah P for a bit and then towards that C9 team. So he knows what they got cooking. He knows. 11-11 as we hit round 24. And they are very spread out, but that majority for defense is C9SR's A side to anchor it down.
This is an important round for C9SR because the money is getting pretty, it's looking doomy over there. But Vic is gonna hold it down and whine while the spike leans left side. You got the KJ util you gotta bring through. G2 are even gonna use flashes and even get aggressive right at the front doorway as Oxy has conditioned them to expect the unexpected. As Sarah's trying to get a ping with the drone, the paranoia is gonna force Sarah back into the room. And G2, 3v5, pushing on in. Mimi's lurk gets one on the right side as Jonah P and Amy work together to deal with Oxy. Knives out, but so low HP. And he still managed to lean on Sarah and Alexis to give this round to C9SR, getting to match point.
Vic with the sidestep there. One shot to Jonah P. Absolutely crazy. 12-11. What will they be able to do? Was it just that strong of a comeback for G2 to get snuffed out at this point? And they keep the op too. I'm eating crow on that. Oxy's able to do work with the rest of the team, and they keep it for another round as this low buy for G2 could be that nail in the coffin, Lemon.
This goes here.
Yeah, G2 are just so good at jumping through all these hoops no matter what Sentinel or what is waiting them on the other side. It's now leaving the spike behind.
Standing ahead.
Amy's gonna try and draw attention from the Odin or what you would expect to be an Odin on B. But now with these forward smokes from Vic, it's G2 that really have to fight for this real estate and see if C9SR are gonna wanna walk up. They've done that sometimes with Oxy, but with the op, they don't know that's there yet.
Yeah, they have to figure it out still, and he's got a position that keeps him super safe with that Killjoy utility. So Oxy can get out, reposition, he'll then have the drone or whatever from Sarah. Now it's going to be a sonar bolt over the shoulder if they need it. And if Sarah gets a kill, they're on Hunter's Fury. They could really pull this round over, and it's a big power. And he's playing it right up close and personal. You got to love Oxy.
Oh, there was a ping. There was a ping too on Amy.
Yeah, what a hit back. Sarah tries to get that through. Oxy just on the switch of the guns, and they trade back from where that dart comes from. So now this is going to have to be C9 getting some kills on the site take because they only have Alexis to figure out what's going to be happening, and that's not vision on your utility. It's just
30
who's there.
seconds left.
Oh, it doesn't make contact. Oxy was holding the angle and couldn't dash out. And G2 have broken open the site, and they still have a Sheriff and a Bulldog, but mostly rifles. There's no one left from C9SR after that.
Wow.
Lexi and Moose. They have a lockdown. It's gonna be used right away over in Market with the door closed. They just have to protect it, but it's not gonna even reach the back room.
Yeah,
so
it's a
G2
party.
will have the firing squad ready for C9SR. 2v5 retake. It's gonna be so tough. Reading this look. Moose, oh, the quick swing out of Leaf.
Jeez.
Power duo, power couple is broken up. Lexi. Oh, this Yoru is such a pain. 4 for Leaf and a flawless for G2. 12-12.
Like a leaf on the wind. Absolute amazing stuff there. Oxy first, and it was that was like the moment Oxy was taking a breath or blinking. You do not catch that from this guy a lot. First that spam too, and then wide swings him to catch the model of Oxy through the wall. Like just gross precision here by Leaf. Seeing why he's flexing back on.
Nice round, Lee. Wowie.
Wowie zowie.
That's where we're at here. Wowie. And we get 12-12. And it's not going to be off of defuse. It's just off of the straight gameplay that Jonah P and Mimi are bringing back. Everybody, obviously, they said they're pugging, so I'm sure all the comms are helping to bring this to fruition here. And let's get this overtime, Lemon. This is going to be sick. This is exactly what we want out of Spotlight as these players are pushing each other to the max. A little bit of A-love to start, but G2 is pushed out quite farther than usual there to stop it.
Yeah, C9SR just needs these timings to maybe wait out the teleport from the Yoru, but Oxy has loved to take advantage of this Market side of the map. Now with that smoke, he could focus on coalescing maybe into B or taking an early fight.
A lot of mid pressure just to back up here. I gotta love what they're playing with. They just heard drone go out, so they feel good about that on the side of C9SR. That was Trent's drone from B. And now they're still in like a default position on the map too. Really just feeling it out. Obviously the majority here on Cat, and they get walled out by Mimi.
Yeah, barrier and the sonic sensors. C9SR don't have anyone in main to kind of pinch into the site with, so just drawing out that util, really assessing where are the sentinels.
Exactly. I was gonna say, I think they love the fact that they found Mimi, and they're like, okay, can we hear a trip? Can we see a cam? Where is it? A big grab net there, or net rather. It's grabbing 2 as they start to make their way into the site.
Yeah, and Moose can help push through main, and C9SR have to push through the smoke, and the blinds hitting G2. Retake come through the top side. 13 seconds left. C9SR should be able to pull this off.
Looks like it. Plant's gonna go down in time. Retake is a 2 from Market, 2 from Spawn, and the util is not looking too great here from the side of G2. It's gonna be all the shots that they require.
Lexi hoping to play off of contact with their Seraph, hearing when that Market push is coming. There's the flash, there's a swing, no one home. G2 haven't pushed in yet, and after hearing that flash, that's the window of opportunity G2 want to take with their Odin still at the top site, splitting up 2-2 in different lanes, but the backstab from Moose converts 2, but Jonah P spits right back. It's a 1v2 in overtime. Jonah against the world, spike tab, shorty to the face from Oxy.
The jumping shorty. Oh, he's able to pull that out to get a few rounds for himself. We are going to swap it up on this OT and see what can happen for what might be a final round if C9 can grab another one. We know G2 has been aggressive on the attack. That's where they found their rounds. Can they sync back up here and find that momentum again as we watch this round? What a flank actually coming in for Moose, though. Something we always expect. And you know what? It does pay off a lot of the time.
Both these teams have had way stronger offenses. Obviously, an attack-oriented map with the 9-3. So
they're feeling it.
Can someone convert a defense? That's what's important. Got a 4-1 push. It's G2 hoping to catch Vic, and this was just from the back of heaven. Hoxie's just shooting through that smoke, saving Vic's life. They've duo, as a duo have held down A before. Cannot underestimate how good Vic and Oxy are.
And if you were to see a percentage go up and an advantage to win the round, C9 just got a huge one. You took away G2's smokes on Ascent. Yeah. It's just you enter the site and you have to look at so many angles that you can't cut off now. They got their work cut out for them here to get this into another OT round, and if they get it, it's going to be extravagant. Cloud9 just bearing down on those entry angles, and they don't need to look at anything else, knowing they took Jonah P down already.
G2 maybe wanting to take advantage of C9SR wanting to be eager in this 5v4 to push up, because G2 only have a drone, and they just got their recon back for Trent. Try and get some info going, and of course the camera from Amy. Knife info from Lexi is huge.
Ooh.
She's in the one and done, and already hears steps. Deals with the Yoru. Flash, ready to swing out, get aggressive. Lexi, hearing all the steps. Vic pushes up 2. C9SR, 4 versus 2. The defense looking good, powerful. 8 seconds, and it's Amy in a 1v3. Oh, and she's already been revealed, and it's all said and done. C9SR won't choke that lead, and they close it out in overtime.
And we do get another overtime, but like you said, it's a clean one coming in from C9. The handshake after this match. Oh, yeah, okay. Must have been more defuses on one side. That's how it goes. But yeah, C9 coming up with a great win here, and G2 continue to show that even down, they make it a very, very close game.
And for C9SR to close it out on that defense when they struggled so much on their second half on that defense. Took a couple of timeouts, both of them happening in that second half, to really break down. How can you activate Oxy? How can you enable him? And just Vic and Oxy holding down that right side, that B site, or the E site so well. I was so impressed by that duo.
You know, it's funny, I was looking to see who actually got more defuses. We didn't have a single defuse in this game because it was so quick. Spikes got planted, but it never got to that point. People were running around, trying to find kills, hunting for that. So that's super funny that we saw that. Lots of plants, but no points going to Moose or Alexis on that one. Oxy, what a game. Just super vibing out there. I think that's the next head we shave.
Oh, God. He has luscious hair, don't do that. Taking photos. C9SR remain undefeated.
This guy had 11 first bloods. 11 first bloods for Oxy in this 31-17. You could say frying. Pretty good.
Live or die by Oxy.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
He's the oxygen to this team, I swear. He had to make the big plays this early in the round, and it conditioned G2 to hesitate or just to wait that extra second. Is someone gonna peek us and go crazy?
Leaf as well started to bring it out so much. That operator coming out, he's like, they don't know what I'm doing. They can't get me. We heard him saying in the comms after. But it just was not enough in the end. The last 3 rounds going to C9SR. And they have been a force to be reckoned with. It seems like you may have their number, but you have to consider that the next round could be theirs, whether it's Sheriffs, whether it's an op, whether they're judging, or whether Oxy's going to fly at you with a shorty.
Yeah, and C9SR won't be going anywhere because they have a match coming up right after this against MIBR. That is the big rematch we're all looking forward to, at least on the Game Changers side. But let's go check in with Ender. He's got an interview on the stage.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Imi and Effies of the victorious C9 Shopify Rebellion. And I wanted to ask, since you guys are combining forces here, both as a team and also the minds behind the operation, what has it been like working together? And Effies, who gets to talk during timeouts?
Honestly, we both do a lot of talking. It's pretty 50-50, a little bit too much. Like sometimes we both head coaches, so like we give out ideas, and like it's a bit much, but both of us are doing it for now.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of time in 60 seconds to say everything on your mind, right?
Yeah, no, but we talk throughout the game constantly, and then we decide when the timeout's coming out, like who's going to talk pretty much, whoever's idea it is.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I'm curious, Imi, for you, for the first time working with the players from Shopify Rebellion, if there's anything that you've learned unique about their playstyle, or any fun quirks you've picked up on?
Nothing like that, but they're really vocal and they're a lot better than I thought they would be, actually. Lexi has really impressed me with her comms. Like, she could actually probably be an IGL. Like, she's really, really good.
Yeah, if she didn't have Mel on her team, she'd be able to do that?
She's cursed because she has Mel. She's never going to be able to call.
That's kind of a curse, but also not really one. You know?
I guess not. You're right. You're right.
That was helping us on the caster desk. But I also wanted to ask you, working with the guys from C9, have you learned anything about them?
Honestly, aside from the fact that Oxy is absolutely insane, just like how vocal they are. Like, I mean, I've somewhat known them for a while, so I was expecting this level of it. But like how chill they are is also like really nice. Like Moose is like a really calming presence in the server, and that's actually really nice in tight games like this.
Yeah, I mean, double overtimes that you're able to win now.
Yeah.
A little bit stressful, but do you think you're going to have any Valo planting or server work before tomorrow?
I don't think so. We just make like maybe a couple of plans at the start of the game, like first 3 rounds, but other than that, no, we just play.
No working on Moose's holding down the 4 key? No?
That would help.
That would help, it certainly would. Thanks so much for chatting with me, you guys, and we're going to toss over to a quick break.
Thank you.